Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cantina Corner here for another edition of It's Been a Long Week. And yeah, it's been a long week waiting up for this video game award show. Been kind of curious to see what's going to be happening with, all of these nominees. And previous video we did, going into what we thought and did our votes live and what we thought of the different choices that we had as far as, everything from game of the year all the way down. To different categories like, best debut indie game, best independent game, esports event, all those different categories. But before we get into this, I want to thank everyone for being here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, please think about liking, subscribing, or dislike if you choose to prefer. And then, follow us on all of our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. And yeah, anytime we go live and, a little bit of live game streaming too that we've been doing lately. So definitely join us for that and hang out and leave some comments. But to get into this, the Video Game Awards show happened yesterday. I was going to do a live stream event of this, but I figured it was going to it would get taken down. I know a lot of people did, but they might have, did some things in the background that, didn't get them booted from YouTube for live streaming it or recording it or whatever. But I figured it would I'd save the trouble. I would watch it. I would do all this stuff. And then, I'll just give you a nice little recap, here at the end of the week. I figured it was fitting for the segment. Okay, so let's go over, I'm not going to go over every single category because there was a lot, and to be honest, some of them I personally didn't care about. I'm going to kind of just hit the hot topics and some of the news and trailer releases that they had, leading up to this all week that we were anticipating. Let's see if this website keeps changing. I'm going to bring this up for you guys here. There we go. Okay, so you can see the list. I'm not actually going to go over every single one, but some of the big ones here. We have Reddit's Game of the Year, Resident Evil Village. Not surprised there. Coming from Reddit community, Resident Evil Village was a good game. I didn't play it hands-on personally, but I did watch a lot of people play it, and I've watched the full playthrough as far as like cinematics and everything like that. It looked fantastic. So I know that I gave that some votes when we were going through. Let's see here. Best audio design, Forza Horizon 5. No surprise there. Forza Horizon 5, in my opinion, should have. Where did they have a Game of the Year nominee? I can't remember. Let me look at that up. Forza Horizon 5 nominations, because that I need to know. I can't remember. Yeah, I as far as I can see, yeah, they weren't. I couldn't remember because I can't pull up the list, but yeah, I don't think they were on Game of the Year. I think that's because they came out too late in the year, but to me that doesn't matter. Forza Horizon 5 should have had a shot because that game looks amazing, and it's got nothing but critical acclaim. But anyways, that's for another discussion. Best debut indie game, Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Never played it, never heard of it, but good for them. They won best independent game and best indie game. That's awesome. Best performance, Maggie Robertson, Resident Evil Village, which I believe was Lady Demiscu, if I said her name right. I want to make sure I get this right. Let's see here. Maggie Robertson. Yeah. Alcina. So was that the different character? Why am I getting this wrong? Anyways, so yeah, she won voice actor, which is cool. Good for her. Happy for her. I think we did vote on that for Resident Evil voice. I think we did. Best action Returnal. No surprise there. Returnal was one of the first PS5 releases. That was that one where it was kind of like a loop. If you died, it was like pretty much game over. I'm not surprised at that one. As far as action, best art direction, Deathloop. Deathloop got a lot of good acclaim. Like I said when we were going over our picks for this, Deathloop has gotten a lot of critical acclaim for being a very, very good game. Player's voice, Halo Infinite. Again, not surprised. Halo Infinite's been hugely anticipated. Obviously I've been playing the multiplayer that got released early. Officially on the 8th of this month, we had the release of the game. I'm going to wait until I can play it on Game Pass personally because I don't want to pay for the campaign. I just want the multiplayer, which is free. If you have not downloaded, go check it out. It is very solid, very fun to play. And if you join the Discord, you can hang out with us while we play. Little tidbit there. You should do that. Why does this page keep refreshing? What the fuck? Okay, let's see. Best role-playing game, Tales of Arise. I did not play that one, so I'm not sure. Best score in music, Near Replicant. very happy about that one because I have not played the game, but I have heard the soundtrack because I did hear things about it, and especially after we did our votes, I know I did give my vote for that, and I'm happy that won because Near Replicant has a good fan base. A lot of good people love that game. Let's see, best multiplayer game, It Takes Two. Again, I'd say I'm surprised and not surprised because It Takes Two was one where I thought it was very I would say different, like I love the way that they went about the game. I love how you have to, play together and all that. And we kind of explained that in our video. But I'm very happy for It Takes Two because I thought that was one of those like very unique games, original games that deserves some, praise. Best mobile game, Genshin Impact. Not surprised on that one, me personally. I don't know about anybody else, but Genshin Impact was huge when it came to the mobile gaming. Not to mention you can play it as a PC counterpart. And carry over your stuff and keep playing there. And Genshin Impact, huge anime mobile game, very well made as far as the graphics and the play. It's a beautifully looking game. If you hate the gacha system, I get it. You don't want to sit there and roll for characters and try to get characters, 5-star, 3-star, 2-star, whatever. And, it's a money thing, but it is what it is as far as mobile games go. So good for them. Best narrative, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I could see that because, it's a Marvel universe. I heard the game was good, so I'm not surprised that, had a good narrative as far as story and things like that. The Marvel games have been doing pretty solid as they've been released. I know that there's some, I don't want to say controversy, but difference of opinion when it comes to the Marvel game Spider-Man as opposed to the, Spider-Man games that have already come out, like Spider-Man Morales, all those. There's a debate on that, but we can get into that another day. Best action adventure, Metroid Dread. Very happy for Metroid. Please stop refreshing. Jesus Christ. I'm tired of these advertisements. They're ruining my mojo. Best action adventure, Metroid Dread. Very happy for Metroid. Metroid has always been a huge series for Nintendo. This was a game that, from what I've been hearing and what I'm seeing, it has really harkened back to like the old school days of that 2D side scroller with the 3D elements into it, difficulties with bosses, just good old school type of gaming with that modern day fucking paint job onto it and mechanics. And I'm very happy for Metroid that they won something because I've heard nothing but good things. People bitching that it's hard. Okay, well then don't play it. This is for the old school gamers where you have to learn patterns and timing, and once you learn that, you can beat bosses. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason that when you beat a game, you feel good about it, right? Well, Metroid, is bringing back that feeling. So I'm happy for Metroid. Best ongoing game. Very happy that Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 14 online. If I'm saying the Roman numeral right, yes, 14. Jesus Christ. Final Fantasy is doing good. I gave my vote for the best ongoing game because they have survived a lot of shit. They've survived, the game coming out, being completely destroyed, blowing up the world in an in-game event, relaunching the game, people being happy about it, still endless amounts of people play it. You've got new expansions. Endwalker just came out, so they literally just dropped a new expansion that people have been anticipating and waiting for. So good on them. So happy for Final Fantasy and best community support. Love that because it's just what I said. They're fucking really giving back to the community. The community helps them, and it's just I'm very happy for Final Fantasy. Good solid game too, and you can play for free. So you can download that and play for free for as long as you want. I think it's an unlimited trial up to like a certain level, and they give you the first 2 expansions. So if you're curious about it, it's worth a playthrough. Let's see, best sports racing for Forza Horizon 5. No surprise, don't even need to explain that one. Everyone knows Forza, and everyone's loving the new Forza. I have to download it yet. I just need to make the space on my computer, unfortunately, to get my hands on it. But I do have it on Game Pass. So if you have it on Game Pass, check that out. Best esports game, League of Legends. Again, not surprised. League of Legends is huge. I would arguably say that, Dota 2 maybe should have that spot, but Dota 2 obviously wasn't on the list. League of Legends is more mainstream popular. Dota 2 kind of led the way with that, but that's just me being a little picky about that. But yes, League of Legends, not surprised. Best family game, It Takes Two. That's one we voted for a lot. I can see that. It is a family-oriented game. It's got that feel to it. Let's see here. Best strategy game, Age of Empires 4. Good for them. I've always been a huge fan of the Age of Empires series. Age of Empires, I remember playing 2 and 3. I don't think I remember playing 1 too much. I know I have played it, but not as much as 2 and 3. 3, a hell of a lot. Even doing the cheat codes back in the day where you can like spawn in a fucking Corvette that shot rockets and shit. So you could like take over cities that were primitive. It was pretty fun. I haven't played the fourth one, but no surprise that Age of Empires is still, you know, top of the strategy game class when it comes to RTSs, the real-time strategies. Most anticipated game, Elden Ring. Everyone's really, really anticipating that. I've heard good and bad things from people who have heard play tests or, you know, empty worlds or, you know, something like, I don't know. It's too early to tell. I've only heard snippets, but we'll see how Elden Ring does. It's really, really hyped. So I'm really, really nervous that it might fucking crash and burn. So we'll see how that goes. But the big one, and the one that we were kind of, you know, seriously voting for, but laughing that, you know, I was making jokes that I didn't know if this was going to happen. But I am happy that it did, because I mean, it's a great game. I have not played it personally, but I've watched so many people enjoy it, play it. I've seen the playthroughs. I love the mechanics. Game of the year, It Takes Two. Took the cake. And let's see, I need the list of who it beat out, because Game of the Year nominees. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so Game of the Year nominees and predictions. All right, so Game of the Year nominees was Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. I could see It Takes Two legitimately winning. I mean, obviously it did legitimately win, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, you could have some argument there that Resident Evil Village, you know, could do that. But again, Resident Evil Village also isn't a like family friendly game. So it's kind of like when you think of movies, you know, like people might not vote for it because normally they don't go see R-rated movies, they don't play horror games, you know, but a lot of people probably played It Takes Two, whether it was family, friends, streamers, you know, people stream Resident Evil Village, but you know, you get what I'm saying. I hope it's got more widespread access because it's not, you know, such a mature rated game. I didn't think Ratchet and Clank was going to win it. I knew that Ratchet and Clank had a huge chance, but I knew it wasn't at the end of the day going to win it, just because it's been a minute since we've had one of those games. Psychonauts 2, I thought was good for the fans, but I didn't think it was going to pull through because it's been a while, and I don't think a lot of people remember the original that haven't played back then, you know, on the Xbox days. And then Metroid Dread was good, you know, that had a chance. So I'm not surprised that It Takes Two won it. You know, it's a big game, and it's had a lot of acclaim. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. I'm just kind of tired, not out of it. So yeah, that's kind of the wrap up for the Game Award whatchamacallit winners. So let us know in the comments what you think of who should have won, if you're happy who won for all these different categories, as you can see here. But as well as the winners of all these categories, we did have some news and trailer drops that we had. And I'm just going to kind of skim through these a little bit because, you know, I want you all to watch the trailers on your own. But we did have some news and releases. The Matrix movie, which is coming out this month, I believe on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, the 22nd of this month, which should be streaming and in theaters. I think it's HBO Max and theaters. You know, don't quote me if I'm wrong on the streaming service, but I think it is HBO Max. They had a Unreal Engine 5 kind of, you know, tease, if you will, with the Matrix, where you can download it right now. You can download it on PlayStation 5 and I believe on Xbox as well. It's the Matrix kind of experience with Unreal Engine 5, trying to showcase like what's possible. And it's a smart way that they did it because they melded together, you know, what's real, what's not real. Is it the Matrix? You know, how far has graphics come to where you think this is a game or reality? And it's a perfect setting to unveil, you know, Unreal Engine 5. And they worked with Epic Games, you know, and they showed like a little teaser of some footage of the stuff you can play, and you can play it now. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's free. So definitely check that out. Let us know what you think of that. Alan Wake 2 apparently is moving into a more survival horror. I never played the original Alan Wake. I didn't watch any of the stuff here with it, but it looks like it was more of a cinematic because you can see here it says not actual gameplay. So it was more just kind of giving you the vibe of what the game's going for, but nothing really what the game's going to look like. So if you played the first Alan Wake, apparently the second one's going to be more of a survival horror. So hopefully you're looking into that. Obviously, we had, you know, the Elden Ring still looks incredible, as they're saying here. But that doesn't mean we don't want to keep watching trailers. The latest is more focused on story than gameplay and makes the wait for the game's February launch that much harder. So in February, we're apparently getting this I think that it's going to have problems out the gate. Not that it's going to be a bad game, but it's obviously going to have issues. That's just the trend that we've had lately. So hopefully Elden Ring breaks the cycle. Highly doubt it, but we'll see on that one. So if you're anticipating that February, keep your eyes open. And then we had, and I watched this a couple times because it was a lot of fun. It's a fun trailer. You should definitely check out the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League gameplay trailer. A lot of it was gameplay, but it wasn't set in like the view of what you would be seeing as you were playing it. So I did see some people complaining that, you know, oh, I'd love to actually see actual gameplay, not like, you know, cameras going around the gameplay. And it's like, okay, well, they have to make it interesting. I did like how they gave it like a movie vibe, you know, going around and showing everything. The soundtrack to the trailer was awesome. I'm probably going to find, if I can download that song, use it as a gym track because it was that good. But it looks really, really good. You know, it's from the studio that did the Arkham series. So if you like the Arkham Batman games, you know, there's a highly huge chance that this is going to be just as good. It looks quirky and fun. It looks a lot more fast paced than the Arkham games. The Arkham games obviously were what they were, but this looks a little bit more chaotic and funny. So it should be interesting. I do like the humor that they're bringing in there. You got King Shark, you know, you got Deadshot and all these cool characters, Harley Quinn. You've got Flash, who looks like to be the you know, the bad person, the evil guy in this, where, you know, he's working with Brainiac apparently. So that'll be interesting, and it looks a lot of fun. Definitely check out that trailer. The Wonder Woman official game announcement teaser, I did not watch that. You know, if you want to watch it on your own, go ahead. Obviously, you know, we're getting more stuff coming out with these, you know, Marvel games, DC stuff now. So it's good to see DC putting out some Wonder Woman stuff. You know, obviously, if you like DC, you already know the Injustice League games. You know, those are big as far as I know when it comes to DC fans. I've played them a little bit. They're fun. The Mortal Kombat style shooters, you know, made by the same people that did Mortal Kombat. So Wonder Woman, if you're excited for that, definitely check out that trailer. This one I watched a shit ton. And I don't know if Cody and Nick have watched it yet. I just watched it on accident and I was like, what is this? Star Wars Eclipse, official cinematic reveal trailer. Now, this is going to be made by Quantum, what was it? Yeah, Quantic Dream. They're the same people that did Detroit Become Human and a couple others. So, you know, there was some debate on whether Detroit Become Human was good or if it was just like, you know, bleh, whatever. But I do like that a studio that deals with intimate storytelling as part of their drive to create a game and how the game is. I am happy that a studio like that is going to be helming something like Star Wars, because maybe we'll get a very good story driven thing. And if you've played Detroit Become Human, you know that like the choices you make sometimes are like timed, or you're trying to figure out puzzles, or, you know, everything affects everything in the world. It's like a choose your own story type of book, you know, where you'd open up and it's like, choose one of these things. And it's like, oh, you choose this option, go to page 37. And now, you know, this is your, you know, the path you've taken. So the trailer's epic. Really, really epic, really, really interesting. It looks something like I haven't seen from Star Wars before, so it's got me hyped like a shit ton, like a fucking shit ton. So definitely go watch that trailer. I've probably seen it about 15 times already since yesterday, and watched other people watch it just to be like, oh my god, like this is Star Wars. So hopefully Quantic Dream can pull it off. We'll see. I mean, I have no ill will towards that company. I like the style of games that they make. Are they the best games? Not always, but they're interesting and they're fun to play and fun to watch people play. So we'll see how that pans out. Now, the Halo series, as you can see here, I just watched that. I'm going to play that for you here at the end because Halo Infinite just came out. It's only 1 minute and 5 seconds. I'm going to play that. Paramount Plus might get pissed, whatever. I don't give a shit. But so we'll go back to that here in a second. But that is a TV series that's coming on Paramount Plus, so we'll see that in a second. Among Us coming to VR. This is actually going to be interesting because, you know, doing a game like this, if you've played Among Us, which I know a lot of people have, and it's still very popular, a lot of people are still playing it. To have this in VR, which they said they're going to be doing to the MetaQuest PlayStation VR and Steam VR headsets, be very interesting to see a game where you're actually trying to figure stuff out while you're actually in first person. You know, instead of seeing all this stuff, you can't see someone getting killed, you know, up at the top right, or like try to plan like turning a corner or something like that. Like it's all in first person. And I think it'd be really, really cool to do that, where you like try to sneak up and backstab somebody, or, you know, really figure out what's going on, or get teleported into a room and be arguing like in person, you know what I mean? Like he did it, and start pointing, and that could be a lot of fun. So we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. This trailer that dropped for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, all I will say, I've seen it many times, it had no business looking that good. It had no fucking business looking that good. Oh my God, did it look good. It looks like a fun time. We finally got Eggman. We got Jim Carrey, the man himself, back. He's got the stash. He's got the look. He's got the bald head. You know, he's not fat, whatever. Maybe that'll happen somehow. I don't really give a shit about that. But, you know, we're getting, and I'm not even going to spoil anything for the trailer. Please go watch it yourself because, you know, there's some stuff in there. But it does not have any business looking that much fun. I mean, you could tell that the first one, after what happened and how much of a success it was after the remake that they did of Sonic and people loving the first movie, when you watch this trailer, you can see that they're like, okay, now you can have money. And they dumped money to them and they're like, make it even better. And it looks fucking phenomenal. I'm a huge Sonic fan. It was one of the first games I played as a kid. So I remember having my Sega Genesis, getting, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you know, cartridge in there, and then going down to the game store to go rent out the, you know, Knuckles expansion that I had to open up and like slide on top. And it was just, those days are my childhood. So I'm so happy for this movie. Definitely check out the trailer for it, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's coming out with Paramount as well. But to end this off, because I'm really, really excited for this because we, you know, Halo deserves something good. And I'm so happy this is coming to Paramount Plus because it's going to be a series. You get to watch at home. It's not just a one-shot movie where we get a 50-50 chance if it's going to be good or it's going to be ass. We could at least see it, you know, a series play out, which usually gives us more time to tell some story and do some Master Chief stuff. So to end this off with the Video Game Awards and the video, we are going to watch the 1 and 6 second Halo the Series first look trailer from Paramount Plus. Let's do this.
You're special.
Visually, it looks stunning. Like, just stunning.
In fact, I'm counting on it. We're lost in the dark. But you give people hope. And I will always be with you. I see this.
There he is.
Beginning.
The man. Oh. It's so good. So good. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's, I love that sound. That, oh, it's so good. I'm going to be playing Halo for the rest of the day. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up here for the episode. This one went a little bit longer than normal, but I wanted to try to cover everything, kind of give you the news updates of what happened yesterday. You know, I know it's a day late. Like I said, I wanted to wait, make sure I caught everything for you. So if you want to watch the recap of the Video Game Awards, you can definitely check that out on YouTube, as well as checking out our show right here. Hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us here on the channel. Make sure that, you know, check us out over there on YouTube or YouTube. You're on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. I'm retarded. Go over there too. Thank you. But you can also join our Discord, hang out with us, you know, anytime we're playing video games or chilling or bullshitting, you know, definitely join that. All the links in the description will be in YouTube as well as Facebook. You can follow that. And with that, you guys have a great fucking weekend and we will see you next time. Peace.